Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is the join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. So a quick recap for those that are just catching up with this news. Pretty much throughout the start of 2024, Chishimba Kambwili has been down in terms of his health. He was convicted, should have been late December last year or November thereabout, for in the Kasama High Court over his utterances during the 2021 build-up of the elections or during the campaign period, where they added some statements that were regarded to be tribal and pretty much statements on tribal lines. So during that conviction, after he left prison on bail, his condition has been bad pretty much. Had been bad. At the time, he went to his Wansha residence, and then later on, he requested to move to the United Kingdom for expert treatment, which was not allowed. And then there was that incident where he moved into Zimbabwe illegally. His passport was confiscated at Chirundu border. And then later on, eventually, the Zimbabwean authorities handed him over back to the Zambian authorities. He was then admitted at Mainasoko Hospital for a few days. Then the Zambian government officially decided to take him to or repatriate him to South Africa for professional medical treatment. So since I think late February or in mid-February, he has been in South Africa pretty much for medical treatment. So and there is an update with that within that regard with his health. So the person that has been giving media statements at updates with the condition, with regard to the condition of Chishimba Kambwili, he is the man that you see in the center with a face mask right there. That's his big brother. He's a pastor. So he's Pastor Kambwili, and he's the one who's been updating the nation and the rest of the media houses on his condition, his young brother's condition. So he had this to say. So here are the details in his statement. Kambwili can only come back. So this statement has been reposted by the Zambian Eagle. So they've added their own opinion to it. But ideally, it was posted by ZMBC, and which is the Zambian National Broadcasting Corporation, and then also Daily Revelation, where this particular headline is coming from. But so as I tell you this statement regarding it just being the elements of it with personal opinions in this by the Zambian Eagle. So they say Chishimba Kambwili's brother, Pastor Mutale, has confirmed that his brother is now in perfect conditions. His doctors have described him as fit, but can only come back to Zambia once the Zambian government, so this is the element I was saying, the personal opinion, uses taxpayers' money to buy him personalized medical equipment to monitor his breathing. The Zambian government evacuated Chishimba Kambwili for specialized treatment in South Africa to have him, and then the bill was footed by the government. amidst austerity measures. But overall, like you can let me disregard all the personal opinions that they've put in here. They've put out some statistics with regard to the amount of money that has been spent so far. So according to the Zambian Eagle, the Zambian government has spent over 2.1 million kwacha on Chishimba expenses while he's been in South Africa. It should be like almost 2 months or a month plus, there about, on his medical bill. And then now the particular equipment that they're requesting for his breathing as they return him back to Zambia is estimated to be at 450,000 kwacha. So that's the amount. So according to the Zambian Eagle, the Zambian government has spent 2.1 million kwacha so far. And then there's that particular breathing equipment that he requires, which is estimated at 450,000 kwacha. The government is to spend on that. And then they further say the Zambian government spends more than 50,000 every single day on Kambwili's stay in South Africa. I highly doubt those statistics unless they are confirmed by government. But overall, the idea is one thing that we can get, because there's an audio of his big brother, the pastor, that has been looking at after him in South Africa. Will be the one that has been at his bedside, confirming to say he's in good condition. He can come back to Zambia, but it will only be ideal for him to return to Zambia if he has the equipment that is required, because he still has a number of cases. If you remember, Mao Sampa is one of the sureties in one of his cases that he has in court. So he was asked to explain himself, to say, why hasn't Kambwili been appearing in court? So the courts work different. They do not just work on the news that has been appearing in the social media or anything like that. They wait for official communication. So they asked Mount Sampa to go and get medical statement to state why Chishimba Kambwili cannot be in court. So as he comes back, in as much as he needs that breathing equipment, he's coming back to court cases. So that's the update from Chishimba Kambwili. So once the Zambian government confirms or agree to purchase that particular equipment, then he'll be back in Zambia. But then again, the question which comes in is to say, ideally Chishimba Kambwili was requesting to go to the United Kingdom, where he said he had his medical records and stuff, where he's been going back and forth. But the Zambian government did not agree to that. So if he had the money to spend on that, then he should have the money to spend on that particular equipment, because at this point, the Zambian government has done their part. It's for the family to chip in. So we'll wait and see how that plays out. If the Zambian government decides to pay off for that, that's up to them. But in other news, there are no easy fixes to Zambia's economic problems. Other difficult reforms are yet to materialize. So those are opinions that are coming from the Must newspaper. We are not going to talk about debt restructuring anymore. Jack Mwimbo, he further states, arrest violent UPND cadres. This comes from Anderson Banda, the ruling party, Lusaka Province Youth Strongman, says police should arrest, should not shoot any hired UPND cadres who have been harassing the general public. So this is where people ask questions to say, if the UPND are issuing such statements, but contrary things are happening on the ground, then who has the authority? Because if the National Youth Person issues such a statement, it's supposed to reflect on the ground. But anyway, we wait and see how that plays out. In the news diggers, Hakainde Hichilema has done the impossible. This is from Jack Mwimbo with regard to the debt restructuring. As Soktwane explains debt restructuring benefits in Parliament, that's been the debate in Parliament recently, from the time that it was announced that an agreement that had been concluded with regard to the debt that Zambia has with the Eurobond and other debt, the people that we owe debt as a nation. So that's been a conversation. And then these are the other headlines in other newspapers. What is Paul Kabuso says, President Hakainde Hichilema's examination paper will be marked by the people of Zambia in 2026 and not now. So he was just responding to the fact that people are saying, no, the UPND has not performed. No, the UPND is going to be voted out. No, Hakainde Hichilema is likely to be a one-term president. No, the likelihood of him winning in 2021, 50+1 is not, he does not have the numbers anymore. People are not with him. So Paul Kabuso was simply saying, you're acting prematurely. This is just 2024. We still have 2025 and pretty much a good chunk of 2026 because the elections are in August 2026. So then we can have the conversation whether Hakainde Hichilema is going to be president further than that. But as at the moment, anyone that's making any statement with regard to the president winning in 2026 is just premature. The right people to make that statement are the Zambian people who know why they voted for Hakainde Hichilema. That's Paul Kabuso, Minister of Mines and Minerals, Mineral Development. I don't know what you think about that. You can leave your comments in the comment section or your views in the comment section. And let's have an interaction, very cordial debate. Catch you later. That's the news so far, ladies and gentlemen. Channel. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, you click on the notifications to get the notifications of every video that I upload. I try to upload every week, sometimes every day of the week, but definitely each week you expect a video. So make sure you click on the subscribe, like this video, and there's much more on the playlist. So visit the channel and see you around.